Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Welcome to Creating Better Days, Forest Lakes webinar series. How are all of you doing? Alam niyo po, itong Creating Better Days webinar is a webinar that advocates mental health and well-being. And we are so happy to start this month of October with you dahil po ang Oktubre ay Mental Health Awareness Month. Kaya nga po, napaka-relevant ng ating webinar today. And thank you very much po na nag-sign up kayo to join us this Saturday afternoon. So yes, through this webinar series po, Forest Lake aims to empower us with the knowledge and tools that we need to thrive in our brand new world by learning how to adapt and create hashtag a better now. Di ba po, kailangan talaga natin yan ngayon dahil ang daming problema po sa mundo. So, nasa sa atin po ang pamamaraan para makagawa tayo ng hashtag a better now. So yes, today's webinar is entitled The Plantita Project, and it happens to be the second run of Creating Better Days. Ano nga po ang matututunan natin ngayon? You will learn from Olive Medina of Lorenzo Sanctuary, how to start your own edible garden business from home. So hindi lang tayo magiging mga plantita, pwede pa tayong kumita. And ito pa ho, our licensed nutritionist dietitian, siya po ay si Samantha Morales, will be teaching us some nutrition tips and how to prepare easy immune boosting recipes. Kailangan na kailangan natin yan ngayon dahil bawal magkasakit. Kailangan palakasin ang ating mga katawan at immune systems. Plus, ang dami po mga ipamimigay ngayon. First, Sakaya Philippines will be giving away 5 gift packs with each gift pack containing 2 new Sakaya products na hindi pa nasa market. So that's very exciting. 5 gift packs from Sakaya, and also from our webinar speakers, we're giving away 10 grow your own salad startup kits from Lorenzo Sanctuary and 10 private nutrition consultations with Samantha Morales. After all, she is a licensed nutritionist and dietitian. O teka, bago lahat, tayo muna magchikahan. Okay? Kamusta ba kayo? I know ang dami-dami pong mga registrants, not just within the Philippines, kundi sa ibang bansa ang nag-sign up para sa webinar natin ngayon. Galing sa USA, Japan, Australia, meron pa nga taga Kuwait at Brunei. Tsaka dito sa Pilipinas, may mga nag-sign up from, syempre, Metro Manila, Batangas, Cavite, Baguio, Bacolod, Davao, Iloilo, Laguna, Cebu, Palawan, General Santos, Zamboanga, Cagayan, Valenzuela Nueva, Nueva Ecija, Bulacan, Legazpi, La Union. You know what? If you're here right now, please type in the chat or comment section. Tagasan po ba kayo? Lahat na ba ng areas na mention ko? Pero nakakainganyo talaga na all over the Philippines, in fact, from different parts of the world, everybody signed in because lahat kayo gusto nyo ng creating better days. And gusto namin interactive yung webinar na to ha. So hindi lang po kami at ang mga speakers ang magsasalita or magbibigay ng kung ano ba yung nararamdaman. In fact, ngayon pa lang, mag-type nga kayo. Please answer these questions, okay? How are you? Answer this question. How are you creating better days for your family? Simpleng tanong. Maganda rin yung mga sagot nyo, I have no doubt. So please, type in your answer to that question. How are you creating better days for your family? Alam niyo po ako, today is definitely a better day. You know why? Birthday po ng bunso ko. So, nung nag-lunch kami, today po, nag-lunch birthday celebration kami. And that instantly makes today a better day for me. Kayo po, ano ang sagot nyo dun sa tanong? How are you creating better days for your family? Kami, syempre may spaghetti, may cake, kahit kami-kami lang mga members of the family, masaya pa rin po. We really know how to be grateful, di ba? So, here's another question. Besides, how are you creating better days for your family? Na-mention ko yung lunch ko. Kayo naman, what did you cook for lunch? Ano po linuto niyo for your lunch today? Ako, spaghetti, na-mention ko na. Yung cake in order namin. So please, type in your questions, type in your answers to those two questions. And let me hear from you. Tagasan kayo, type in your name and where you're from, and the answers to how are you creating better days for your family, and what did you cook for lunch today? Yan. Habang nag-iintay po ako ng mga sagot, can I also please invite you to post naman some photos or even a short video clip of how it's like for you attending our Creating Better Days webinar right now. Please post it in your Facebook and Instagram. And don't forget the hashtags. Tatlo po ang hashtags natin ngayon. Creating Better Days, Forest Lake PH, at the Plantita Project. Again, please do post on Facebook and Instagram with the hashtags Creating Better Days, Forest Lake PH, and the Plantita Project. And don't forget to tag us at Forest Lake Memorial Parks. Okay? Tag us as well. O ayan, may mga sagot na ako sa tanong ko. I am experimenting with different world cuisines. Wow! Sabi ni Krantz Kaneko, who's from Japan? Hi, Krantz Kaneko. Thank you for that answer. Different world cuisines. And you know what? I personally love Japanese food. Pero what a feat for you. At least you get to play siguro what? Italian, American, right? Maybe even Mexican. So enjoy your different world cuisines. Then Christina Tinsay says, creating bonding activities, like recreational games for the family to enjoy. I think that's great. Thank you very, very much to Christina Tinsay for that. Bonding recreational games for the family. Mga board games, siguro, or kahit mga parang hide and seek. Kahit sa loob ng bahay nyo, kaya yun, diba? Ito naman, sabi ni Gloria Pimentel, always a better day when it's my day off to get in touch with my family. So always better if it's my day off time to get in touch with my family. I agree. You know what? This work from home setup, Gloria, parang mas mahirap yung work-life balance kasi you really don't know when does it end, diba? But yes, when it's your day off, it's definitely quality time with your family. Then quality time on Saturday afternoon. I hope that's us. Thank you very much, Marie Bugas. I hope this quality time includes us in this Creating Better Days webinar. Sige, last. I'm vegan. Oh, lunch. You answered my what did you have for lunch? I'm vegan, so I plant veggies for my food. So hindi siya nagluto. She had a salad. Si Diana Marie Pablo. Thank you very much. At isa pang lunch, we had sinampalukang bangus. Ay, ang sarap. Sophie Tino. I love bangus. Pero sinampalukang bangus, kailangan ko pa i-try yan. Thank you. Thank you everybody for your answers. Oh, here's another example. I'll read more later. But for now, here's something very exciting. Now we want to start off our webinar with. We want to share with you that our Creating Better Days community is getting bigger and bigger. Kaya po, gumawa kami ng Facebook group. So, again, because our Creating Better Days community is getting bigger and bigger, we created a community Facebook group for all of you. We're going to send you the link. There's it. Please look at the chat box right now. Check the chat box in the comments box so you can jump in and join our Creating Better Days community on Facebook. We will send you the link. It's now in the chat box, okay? But for the meantime, so that you will be part of our community and get updates with what else we're doing to create better days. But for now, shall we officially begin our afternoon webinar? And to give us the welcoming message, everybody, please listen to a few inspiring words from Forest Lake's president. Ito po si Mr. Alfred Jerez Burgos Jr. Once again, for the welcoming message, here is Forest Lake's president, Mr. Alfred Jerez Burgos Jr.
Hello and welcome to Creating Better Days, a webinar series from Forest Lake that advocates mental health and well-being. Given these challenging times that are causing feelings of overwhelm, fear, and uncertainty, we wish to help you rediscover clarity, calm, and confidence. Recognizing the pandemic has changed the ways we grieve and come to terms with loss, we are offering this webinar as a channel to provide you with newfound knowledge and tools that you can use so that you may thrive in this brand new world by learning how to adapt and create a better now. I hope that my message finds you and your loved ones in good health. And once again, I welcome you to Creating Better Days.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Everyone, that was Forest Lake's president, Mr. Alfred Jerez Burgos Jr. So you could really hear the concern in his message. And that's only his welcoming message for us na talaga pong naghahanap sila ng mga paraan para mabigyan tayo ng mga tips, tools, whatever we need so we can thrive and really create better days for ourselves. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Alfred Jerez Burgos Jr. Ngayon naman, syempre, series po itong Creating Better Days, di ba? So, to give us the background on Forest Lake's grief therapy program, A Better Day, Your Journey to Healing, and how this, our webinar series, Creating Better Days, actually came to be, here is Forest Lake's Corporate Communications Head, Ms. Maui de Ocampo.
Hello, Issa. Thank you for that introduction. Hi. So, wow, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Thank you for joining us today for the Plantita Project. And welcome once again to Creating Better Days webinar series. We're so happy to be doing this in October. It is actually, as Issa mentioned already, Mental Health Awareness Month. We're also very happy to have with us today our guest of honor, Dr. Beverly Ho from the Department of Health. You'll be hearing from her in a few minutes. We're very, very honored to have her with us. For now, I will share you a little bit of history and background about creating better days and how it came to be. I'll take you back to 2018 when Forest Lake began our grief therapy program called A Better Day, Your Journey to Healing. Together with grief coach Kathy Babao, we offered grief counseling workshops to our bereaved clients in Binyan, Laguna. And through these counseling sessions, we actually began to witness beautiful stories of transformation. So we started to witness how the program was leading our clients back towards healthy, meaningful, and productive lives after their loss. So this year we had planned to take the workshops nationwide, but as you all know, the pandemic would not allow that to happen. So we were not able to continue these face-to-face workshops. And so we decided, why not take our workshops on an online platform? And that's how Creating Better Days webinar series came to be. And knowing how the pandemic has brought about grief and suffering on a whole new level for all of us, individually and collectively, we have expanded this endeavor as an advocacy for mental health and well-being. So in June of this year, we launched the very first webinar. We invited speakers Kathy Babao, who is a grief coach, and Zara Ernaez, a mental health first aider. And through their talk, they actually empowered us with knowledge and tools needed so that we can survive and thrive in this brand new world we're living in. And they were also teaching us how to adapt and create a better now. So today, we welcome you to the second Creating Better Days webinar. And the topic is a little bit lighter, the Plantita Project. And together, we're going to learn how to start our own edible garden business from home. And we will also be learning some nutrition tips to help us manage our health better. But for now, I will leave you with this video. It is our CSR video, and it is our way of sharing with you one of those stories of transformation that I actually mentioned a few minutes ago. We are very grateful for this opportunity to be of service to you during these very difficult and challenging times. Thank you very much for being here today to create better days with us. Maraming salamat po. Let's watch this video.
So the Good Grief workshop that we designed for Forest Lake is delivered in 4 sessions, okay, or four modules. So the benefits of attending the full program is that not only do you get more learning, but you get to bond with a group of like-minded and heart-minded individuals who are on the same journey, more or less. Although even if it's a unique experience to each and every one, what happens is you get to form a support group, and that's so important when you are in a period of grief. The social support that you receive is a huge factor in determining, quote unquote, the success of your moving forward after a loss.
Yung pinagdaanan ko mga heart pains, sa tulong nitong workshop, malaking tulong talaga. I am Lilian T. Bartolome, the wife of the lost Adams V. Bartolome of Binyan. At first, nandun yung lungkot pa rin. Habang mula April hanggang ngayon, na ipagpatuloy ko yung workshop, maganda ang nararamdaman ko. Yung kanina, mayroong ginawa bago mag-start. Bumalik yung lungkot dahil sa love letter na papadala sa mahal sa buhay. That is a normal feeling na naramdaman ko before. Pagkatapos nun na maisulat ko yung nararamdaman ko, move forward na pala ako. Hindi na masyadong masakit tulad nung una. Matapos yun, may graduation doon sa park, napalitan ng joy yung sadness. At saka marami ako natutunan tulad nung pakikisalamuha sa katulad kong na matayan. Naging malapit kami para magkakapatid, magkakaibigan. Kaya nga, sabi namin pagkatapos, hindi matatapos yung sa workshop namin, magpapatuloy kami na magkaroon ng communication to encourage one another and pray for one another and love for one another. Katulad yung natutunan ko, possibly na ma-share ko doon sa mga nakaranas din ng kalungkutan, na makapagbigay ako ng encouragement sa kanila. Hindi lang sa mga mahal ko sa buhay, sa ibang tao. Para naman na hindi ako maging maramot na ikinip ko lang yung aking natutunan sa workshop, kundi ma-share ko sa kanila. Mas maganda siguro yun.
Thank you very, very much to Forest Lake. Again, ang dami niyo pong natutulungan with this effort, with your CSR efforts. Because lalo na when it comes to grieving, mahirap mag-process na mag-isa. And I agree with you that through the help of a community, of a safe group who can relate with you, or if not, at least really give you their support, guide you through the process, diba? May kanya-kanya naman tayong mga grieving processes na talagang it's unique to us, but it helps to know someone is there. And thank you very, very much again to Forest Lake that this is your CSR. So let's turn those sad days into joy one day and pay it forward, because marami pa ho ang mga nahihirapan kung sila ay nawalan ng minamahal sa buhay. Di ba po ba? So ngayon po, it's time to introduce our guest of honor for today's webinar po. So, she is the Director of Health Promotion Bureau and Special Assistant to the Secretary of Health for Universal Health Coverage at the Department of Health of the Philippines. Immediately prior po, siya po ang Chief of Research Division of the Health Policy Development and Planning Bureau, where she worked to provide the evidence needed to provide the evidence and support for the health system reform. Ginawa po niya ito by designing innovative research grants and building institutional capacity for policy research. These efforts have significantly contributed to the passage of key legislation tulad ng mga sugar-sweetened beverage tax, tobacco tax, and universal health care, and the institutionalization of the health technology assessment process. She also worked with the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation and has provided technical assistance to the government of the Philippines at ng Southeast Asia on health financing, maternal and child health, and health impact assessment. She also co-founded Alliance for Improving Health Outcomes, which is a nonprofit working to raise the profile of public health and develop a critical mass of public health professionals. She's a fellow of the Maurice Greenberg World Fellows Program at Yale University, the Equity Initiative, and the Atlantic Institute. And finally, she holds an MD from the University of the Philippines, an MPH in Health Policy and Management from Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health as a Fulbright Scholar. Ladies and gentlemen, lahat po tayo dito sa webinar. I-welcome po natin ang ating guest of honor, Dr. Beverly Ho.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone, and good afternoon, Miss Issa. Thank you very much for that kind introduction. Yes, maraming salamat po to all our viewers po today, no, for logging in to this webinar. We've heard so much great news about the last webinar, no. Siguro marami sa inyong nagtataka, bakit kaya kami nakisali, no, dito sa Plantita webinar, no? Maybe more importantly, bakit kami nakipag-partner with Forest Lakes, no? So, shortly, I will talk about the work that's Bida Solution, no? And you'll watch a short video after this talk. But basically, I would just like to share with everyone, no? The goal of the Department of Health is to make sure that we are all protected and we're healthy, diba? And at the end of the day, it's not just COVID that we're fighting, but a lot more other diseases. And the only way we can fight these diseases is if we actually proactively decide and become the solution, no? So for example, in eating well, sabi nga ni Miss Issa kanina, so you will choose, kakain ba ako ng 2 slice ng cake o kakain lang ako ng kaunti, no? Kasi makakapag-exercise ba ako mamaya, bukas o hindi, di ba? So those little decisions is really also up to us in as much as it's up to our environment, di ba? Kung maraming laging nasa-serve na food sa bahay, makakapagpigil ka ba, no? So mga ganon. How is it related to COVID-19 and protecting ourselves to against COVID-19? Well, our program is called Bida Solution, no? So it's a play of words, but basically the entire message tells us that we can be the solution. No? You and I, we can all be part of the solution for COVID-19. How so, diba? BIDA represents the 4 main things that we are all asked to do. B means bawal walang mask. So we should always be wearing mask. I, isanitize ang mga kamay, iwas hawak sa mga bagay, na frequently touch, no? So that's frequent hand washing and hand hygiene. D means dumistansya ng at least 1 metro, social or physical distancing. And then A, alamin ang totoong information. So always verify information first before you get stressed, di ba? So the idea of the campaign is to get this information out, get accurate information out to the public about how they can protect themselves so that we are all confident, no? Hindi yung takot na takot tayo, especially now that we need to open up the economy. But more importantly, I also wanted to share with you that there's another component of this campaign, which is to enable. No, kanina sabi ko po sa inyo, it's good that people know. But if your environment does not support you to do certain things, then mahirap, no? So what is that? So for example, if you go to your workplace and then there's really no, say, alcohol sa mga workstations ng mga tao, or there's no soap in the restroom, or worse, walang tubig sa banyo, paano naman tayo makakapaghugas ng kamay, no? And so we at the DOH, we do have a parallel campaign on this, also under the BIDA solution, but we really work with low-income communities to make sure na kaya nilang gawin yung BIDA, no? And naman, para sa mga may kaya nang gawin siya, then we just keep reminding. And this is why we're happy to have partnered with Forest Lakes to have given us a venue to actually promote Be the Solution and get all of you excited to perform all of these behavior consistently, no? So, important yon kasi many of us medyo pagod na, di ba? Ilang beses na natin to narinig. Pero bawal nga tayong magsawa, no? Kasi sabi nila, kung sino maunang magsawa, yun yung talo. And COVID is there, plus many other disease conditions, no? And we need to constantly perform these hygienic behaviors to protect ourselves. Finally, I just like to end this talk by saying that in as much as we will protect ourselves by doing BIDA, we also are encouraging everyone to make sure, no, that we protect or we keep our immune system strong. And that means healthy mind, healthy body, and healthy spirit, no? So the activities that you're joining, for example, the workshop today by our Plantita experts is one mechanism, no, for us to relax, to have a fresh new perspective, and to really stop and literally smell the roses, smell the plants, smell the flowers, diba? So kailangan natin yon because we need to keep ourselves healthy and strong, because only then will we really be able to combat sickness, particularly COVID-19. So I'll just end there. Thank you very much. I hope you'll enjoy the session today and come out of today with a better state of mind, diba? Especially tayo ay nasa Mental Health Awareness Month. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, Doc Bev. I think we do have a video to show. But before that video, alam niyo po, we have a wonderful opportunity here. Magtanong po tayo ng questions for Doc Bev. So type them in the chat section. In the meantime, panoorin po natin to.
Ang COVID-19 ay panibagong kontrabida sa buhay nating mga Pilipino.
Habang unti-unti tayong bumabangon muli, patuloy ang laban natin dito.
Para matalo natin ang kontrabida, we can be the solution.
Kaya mong maging bida, basta susundin ito.
B. Bawal walang mask.
I. Sanitize sa mga kamay. Iwas hawak sa mga bagay.
D. Dumistansya ng 1 metro.
A. Alamin ang totoong impormasyon tungkol sa COVID-19.
Protektahan natin ang sarili at mga mahal sa buhay.
BIDA. Be the solution sa COVID-19.
Short but very, very informative. Doc Bev, ho, Doc Beverly Ho is still with us, everybody. Please do take note of the hashtag Be the Solution at ang mga COVID-19 hotline numbers. Kahit yung website, covid19.healthypilipinas.ph. Doc Bev, we want an opportunity to ask you questions. So kung may mga katanungan po kayo para kay Doc Beverly, i-type nyo na ngayon sa comments or chat box. Okay? Pero ako, may question ako para kay Doc. Doc Bev, first of all, congratulations po sa inyong efforts to be the solution. Talagang be the solution, right? Parang be the solution. Thanks for breaking that down for us. And for me, di ba sabi ko birthday ngayon ng anak ko, Doc, naka one slice lang naman ako ng cake, hindi dalawa. And don't worry, ako rin mismo nag-exercise. I loved your final tip na literally, let's stop and smell kung anumang halaman ang meron sa paligid ninyo. Hindi kailangan roses, right? Not necessarily the roses, but kung anumang halaman, we'll get more tips later from our speakers. Pero sa akin po, Doc Bev, ito yung question ko. Besides be the solution, ano pa ho ang solusyon na mabibigay nyo sa ating mga webinar participants, especially since October is Mental Awareness Month, Mental Health Awareness Month. Kasi iba ang katawan at iba rin ang solusyon para dito for mental health. Di ba po ba, Doc Bev?
Yes, thank you, Miss Issa. Actually, this is very timely, no, our webinar, because we're celebrating Mental Health Awareness Month. What do we want everyone to take away from the Awareness Month? First is that we often hear it, but minsan mahirap internalize that it's okay to not be okay, no? So yung napag-experience po natin ngayon, kakaiba po siya, no? Before nagkaroon ng ganito, it was decades and decades ago na ganitong isolation, na nasa bahay lang tayo, etc. So it is normal for us to actually feel anxious. For our kids, for example, to not be able to go to school, it is okay to feel anxious. To not be able to hug our titos, titas, because we can only hug people in our houses, then it's also very anxious bringing, diba? Tapos ano pa? Because we have limited information, magsa-social media. And sa sobrang daming fake news, lagi rin nai-increase ulit yung stress natin. So just the few things that we can think about. First is to check yourself, and make sure na you are also being very honest. Am I not feeling well? If I'm not feeling well, can I call someone? Can I call my ate, my mom, or my lola, kung ka-close ko yung lola mo, to just have someone to talk to. That's first thing. Second is make sure you are biologically, okay. What do I mean with that? Sometimes what is stress-inducing is the fact that you are not able to sleep well, Medyo tuloy-tuloy kang araw na puyat, Kasi nasa bahay, ka nag-work, so nag-zoom ka all day, hindi ka na pala nakatayo sa chair mo,
Yes.
So morning to evening nag-work ka, so you don't know that the stress is building up. So make sure you're able to sleep well, you're able to exert some effort to move around, and make sure you're also eating well. Yeah, oo. So baka naman minsan nasa workstation mo, tapos dito na lang. So you tend to eat something that's unhealthy. So let's be conscious, that what we are doing to our body is contributing to what our mental health is, right? Next, if you get stressed with social media posts, etc., it's actually okay to turn off some of your apps,
What?
Hindi naman tayo. Yes. So okay yun. And it's actually an advice that physicians are actually providing now, because the notifications, etc., they can really be stress-inducing. So okay lang medyo mahuli tayo sa balita, basta nakaka-relax tayo. And finally, I think I need to share the mental health crisis hotline of the National Center for Mental Health. It's 0917-899-USAP, or 0278-7989 USAP, So I'll also just type it in the chat box later for everyone to take note. Feel free to call. It's 24/7. Minsan kailangan lang natin ng makausap. Huwag kayong mahihiya because it is also confidential. And we know na kung sa mga nanonood sa atin, meron kayong mga anak na teenager, etc. Minsan nahiya sila, di ba? Kayo kausapin. So please, at the very least, give these numbers. If they're not comfortable to talk to you, then at least they can talk to a professional and you'll be secured. Yun. Thank you,
Yes.
Isa.
No, Doc Bev, thank you. Because again, twofold ang nangyayari sa ating webinar ngayon. Doc Bev, before I say goodbye, pa-repeat daw po ng number. They're checking for the mental health if they want to talk to someone. The number to call is?
The number is 0917-899-8727 or 0917-899-USAP, no? And then the landline is 8727, sorry. 0279898727 or 027989-USAP. Yun. Those are the two numbers of the National Center for Mental Health Crisis Hotline.
Thank you very, very much, Doc Bev. You know, they were saying, actually, it's not a matter of having questions, but taking in all the details na pinag-usapan niyo po. So maganda nga, number one, pagdating sa COVID, be the solution. Diba? Yun nga, kahit sabihin nyo, hindi nagsusupply ng sabon dito sa amin. Wala kaming mask, hindi free. Kayo na lang magkusang gumawa. Protektahan nyo sarili nyo. Be the solution. And taking it a step further, dahil nga Oktubre ngayon, it is Mental Health Awareness Month, ang gaganda uli ng tips ni Doc Bev Ho for all of us that wag natin mamaliitin ang state ng ating mental health, di ba? Dahil it's okay to not be okay. Pandemya ang nangyayari sa buong mundo. So, hindi po natural na maging okay tayo. Di ba? Na parang, uy, may mga kasagutan lahat yan. No, we're all dealing with it. And ang ganda po ng tip ni Doc Bev, sometimes wag po tayong mahiya na may kausap. Hindi lang dahil confidential, pero dahil at least I trust the advice or kung ano man yung what the encounter will be like when you talk to someone will be helping you. Mahirap din sometimes kung sino-sino lang kausapin nyo eh. Sometimes din baka yung mga, especially for teenagers, di ba po, Doc Bev, sometimes kung sila hindi rin marunong mag-cope, you might as well lean on someone na marunong para turuan ka, to really be a foundation or a guide for you. Di ba? At this point, Doc Bev, right? I have a question for you, Doc Bev. Hi, do you think the government needs to be more strict? Needs to be more strict in implementing this be the solution in order for us to fight this pandemic. Just like here in UAE, United Arab Emirates, they gave huge penalties for those who will not follow from the rules. Ito po ay galing kay Maria Karen. Maria Karen. Do you think there should be stricter rules like fines, penalties?
So siguro no ma'am, yung kailangan din natin i-take into account yung culture no sa ating bansa, 'di ba? So ako I'm a believer no of the goodness of Filipinos to actually do things not for themselves actually, but for other people. So what usually gets Filipinos motivated is actually to do things, no? Magmask ka para sa katabi mo, magmask ka para sa nakakatanda. And actually, you've seen this work so well when we started the pandemic with a lot of old people dying, diba? But when we issued a call to everyone to say, let's protect the elderly, it really went down, right? So kaya natin actually. Although we also need to understand that we're at 6 months into the pandemic, and like any other habit, kunwari, di ba, nag-treadmill ka, ganyan, or bicycle, ganyan. Aabot ka naman talaga sa point na medyo, tatamarin ka na, no? So our job is to motivate each other. But to a certain extent, I think, no, what we also need to appreciate is there is a role for us to know what our task is, but sabi ko nga kanina, our environment also needs to be supportive. So, paano to? So, may job tayo as individuals, pero kung kayo ay business owner, kunwari, kayo ay may-ari ng isang restaurant, may-ari kayo ng isang office, meron kayo ding job to make sure that the environment supports people to do the behavior, di ba? Ibig sabihin, hindi napakahirap mag-physical distancing sa opisina nyo kasi you allowed it to happen, or may work from home arrangement, etc. No? So I think not necessarily to give more penalties, but to make sure that people are equipped, no? Yung mga walang afford, di maka-afford ng sabon, ng mask, we're able to support them. Yung mga business owners, industries, administrators, and pag nagbukas ng school, yung mga principal, teachers, they know how to make their environment very supportive for the kids. So it's both sides of the equation need to do it. And then maybe huling-huli na yun, no? To have people really go around, no? So the words might be very different for everyone, but for example, in our Mindanao and Visayas offices, the word bastonero was something that caught parang fire sa kanila. So ano yon, no? So ibig sabihin sa school, sa workplaces mo or sa mga ospital, merong isang staff, no, na ang role lang niya is umikot para sabihin, oy, yung mask mo, hindi.
Safety officer, parang safety officer, yeah.
So parang they're very unique yung name, no? So some of us may have very different views about it, pero sa kanila it worked, no? To have someone just really go around and uy, wag mong kalimutan, uy, wag mong kalimutan, no? So there are many mechanisms, and I think it's not just about penalties, no? But we have to be really
yes, encouraging and supportive na lang versus penalty.
Very
wonderful.
creative.
Thank you. Thank you for your question, Ms. Maria Karen. And unfortunately, that's the time we have with Doc Bevho. Doc Beverly, thank you for your time and for joining our webinar today. Thank you. And always, hashtag Bida Solution.
Thank you. Yes.
Bye. Thanks, Doc Bev. So from one very, very inspiring speaker to another, ito na po ang ating guest speakers for this afternoon. Let's talk Plantita, everybody. So our first speaker is very passionate po about everything related to wellness and holistic living. Siya po ang nag-co-found ng Lorenzo Miguel's Sanctuary Eco Farm with her husband Mario. Alam niyo po itong Lorenzo Sanctuary, ito po ay isang place of healing and transition inspired by their son Lorenzo, who has autism. So they practice natural farming and create all natural products with ingredients sourced from the farm. So here's one tip. They regularly conduct workshops on how to grow your own food with love at home. Ngayon po, matututo na tayo from Olive Medina. Good afternoon, Olive. Hi.
Good afternoon, Issa. Thank you for that kind introduction. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. And we are happy to be a part of this Plantita webinar. Thank you to Forest Lake for having us this afternoon. So from where I am, medyo umuulan po at kumukulog, but I hope you can hear me well. I will try my very best to speak as clear as possible to all of you. So again, I'm happy to create better days with all of you, plantitos, plantitas, and anyone interested in growing food with love. As Dr. Beverly mentioned, we need this time not only because we need to eat, but also for our own mental health. So I'll go straight to the presentation. We have very limited time, but we have so much to share. But if you have questions, I will be very happy to answer them during the Q&A. So next slide, please. So our presentation this afternoon will be in two parts. First, I'll talk about growing food basics, and then later on, I'll share with you some business tips on how you can earn from your hobby of growing plants and food. Okay, next. Okay, so yung halaman po, parang tao din yan. Meron silang mga pangangailangan. So if you know what your produce and plants needs, then you are likely to grow them well. So what are these needs aside from, of course, sunlight and water? So remember this acronym NPK, which stands for nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So nitrogen is largely responsible for the growth of leaves on plants. Phosphorus is largely responsible for root growth, flower, and fruit development. And potassium is a nutrient that helps the overall function of plants to perform correctly. So don't worry, to be able to give NPK to your plants, you only need to do your compost, and a lot of them are from organic material. materials, which I will demonstrate later. So how would you know if your plants or produce lacks NPK, or nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium? So I have examples and illustrations on the screen. So for the first photo, leaves are generally green. Pero pag may nakita na po kayo medyo yellowish na siya, then it's likely that it lacks nitrogen. So you need to put a lot of greens like kakawati leaves. That's very, very good source of nitrogen. Or coffee grinds. If yung mga mahilig po dyan sa coffee shops, then you get your coffee grinds for free, and then ibubudbud lang po natin sa lupa. And then the second photo, of course, you know the colors of your plants or produce, but if you see some black spots and white spots there, then they lack phosphorus. And later in the demonstration, I'll show you one fertilizer, natural fertilizer, that can address this concern. And the third photo is a wrinkled lettuce. If it's unusually wrinkled, of course, some lettuce have wrinkles, no? But if they are unusually wrinkled, then it's likely that they lack potassium. And what you do is, of course, which fruit yung mayaman sa potassium? That's banana. So what we do at the farm, we combine banana with molasses, and we ferment them for 21 days, 7 to 21 days, and then we just combine them with our distilled water or rice water, and then we spray them on the plants. Okay. So, if you are starting your planting, you don't directly plant, no? Yung mga seeds natin, kasi yung bata ko, alala ko, wala pa ako alam dito, dinidiretso ko na itanim yung seeds ko sa soil. And I thought I don't have green thumb. And a lot of people think that if you don't have green thumb, you cannot grow your food. But when we started Lorenzo Sanctuary, I realized that it's not so much about your thumb, but it's more of your soil. So if you have healthy living soil, then your plants will grow. Okay, so you of course start with your seedling tray. You plant your seeds in a seedling tray, but 15 days before transplanting your vegetable and plants from your seedling tray to the land where you are likely to harvest them, you must prepare this land. So how to prepare that land? You have to mix IMAS. IMAS is a Japanese technology. It's called effective microorganism activated solution. Or if you cannot do that, you have to do lots of compost, okay, and put it into the soil. But IMAS is very easy to make. I'll explain to you. So there is EM1. This is effective microorganism 1, which is readily available in agriculture store, and this is a natural solution. It contains a lot of microorganisms. And then you have to have molasses. So 50 ml of molasses, 50 ml of EM1 for every 1 liter of solution, IMAS. And then the rest, 900 ml, is distilled water. Okay, we advocate that you use distilled water. If you have, at worst case, to use non-chlorinated water, please make them stay overnight so that you remove those chlorine. No? But of course, again, I would like you to use rice water, no, for that solution. Okay, and then next, please. We'll show actual. We'll have actual demonstration on how to prepare your potting mix. So again, kung buto pa lang po sila seeds, you don't directly plant them into the soil. You have to prepare your soil. So what we do at the farm, we have potting mix, which is a combination of carbonized rice hull. So I have it here for demonstration purposes. Carbonized rice hull, or in Filipino, ipa, sinunog na ipa. And then we have vermicast, which is essentially warm manure. At the farm, we have our own African night crawlers that produce this vermicast. So they are poop of worms, diba? But they're also available in agriculture store. So the ratio is 1 part carbonized rice hull and 1 part vermicast. So you just mix them together, and you have your potting mix that you can put in your seedling tray, okay? And then you put seeds in each hole. So not all seeds will likely germinate. Baka ma-frustrate kayo, ano ba yan? Hindi tumubo yung seeds ko. So at the farm, what we do is, for each hole, we have a backup plan. So sa farming tipo, pagtatanim, you must have a backup plan. So dapat dalawang seeds in each hole, and then you cover them again with potting mix. And how would you know if your seedlings are ready to be transplanted to the permanent land where you are likely to harvest them? They must be at least 2 inches high with at least 3 leaves. No? So, pag tin-transplant mo sila, dahan-dahan, huwag yun mo pong biglang gano'n. So, dahan-dahan, you have to protect their roots kasi fragile pa sila para silang mga babies. Okay, so now, we will show to you a very easy natural fertilizer, which is very rich in calcium and phosphorus. Okay, so if you're eating eggs, I cannot eat eggs, I'm vegan, but if you're eating eggs, like my children eat eggs, and I have lots of baker friends, I ask their eggshells, no? So, panghingin nyo lang yung eggshells, and they will be very happy to give it to you, no? Para zero waste tayo. So, may eggshells, hugasan nyo lang eggshells, and then you roast them. Yan, wala namang oil. You have to roast them. So, ganito na magiging kulay. So, what we wanted to achieve when we roast the eggshell is we have to see 3 colors, which is brown, white, and black. So, the white represents calcium, the black and the brown is for the phosphorus. Okay, so pag nakita nyo na po yung ganyang mga kulay, you have to grind them. You can use a blender to do it. So, magmumukha na po siyang powder. Yan, powder. Okay? And to use this, to make your compost, very easy. I suggest if you have children, let them do this. It's a very good homeschooling activity. Tuwan-tuwa po yung mga bata ito pag ginagawa namin sa farm. So, 1 part of this one, powdered eggshells. For example, ito, 1 part. And then, 5 parts vinegar. Okay. So, we like to use coconut vinegar. So, when you use this coconut vinegar, you put 5 cups of that into the solution, and you will see bubbles. No? So, meron siyang gas formation. So, for presentation purposes, I'm using glass, but for fermentation, we're using recycled plastic. Kasi nga may gas formation siya, it's likely that it might break the glass, pumutok po. No? So, for safety reasons, use plastic. And pag sinara nyo po yung mga pine-ferment yung natural fertilizer, pag nagkikita nyo pang mga bubbles, loosen the cup. No? Pag okay na, hindi na siya masyadong babubbles, that's the time you tighten the cup. Okay. So, that is our compost. So, when you use natural fertilizers, napakatipid lang po nila. 1 tablespoon of that, for example, you use compost, 1 tablespoon of that with water, no, distilled water, and then you can spray them or drench directly into the soil. Okay. And I have something to teach you, no? Another zero waste activity, which again, tuwan-tuwa po kasi ako sa mga bata. So I like the children to learn this. I think that children should learn to grow their own food, and it should be part of school curriculum. No? So kami, we don't drink soda, but we have a lot of friends or neighbor farmers that drink soda. What we do is we ask them for their bottles, and we recycle them to make self-watering pots. You know, when you water your plants, you have to do it twice a day, morning and afternoon. But we also want to save water, so we created these self-watering pots. So if you have 1.5 ml of soda bottle, okay, so di ba meron yun sa gitna, kakat mo lang, okay, and then this part, you put a hole, yan, babaligtarin mo lang siya, okay, na. Okay, kinulayan na po namin to para for aesthetic purposes, no? So yan. Tapos yung ilalim, may mga butas din. No? So when you water your seedlings, di ba, bababa yung tubig, and it will stay there for some time. No? So hindi mo na kailangang magdilig in the afternoon. Okay? So you save water, and we really have to save water nowadays. Okay? So I'm done with my actual demonstration. So I'll go next to my slide for the other tips that we would like to share with you. Okay. So again, composting. So composting is very basic if you want to grow your food naturally, because this is where your soil will get all of the nutrients. In the farm, we use animal manure, which is from the cows and horses. But of course, we know that a lot of you here are living in the cities. What I'd like to share with you is two types of composting that you can actually do at home. Okay, so the first composting type, yung nasa left part, is brown and green compost. So para lang po kayong gumagawa ng lasagna, no? 'Di ba sa lasagna, okay, pinagpapatong-patong lang. So alternately browns and greens. And where do you get your browns? Brown bags, preferably plain brown bags, because we don't like yung ink to leach into the plants. No? Yung mga, if the inks have chemicals into it, ayaw natin sumama yun sa compost natin. So brown bags, plain brown bags, dried leaves, sawdust, wood chips. And then the greens, again, coffee grinds, green leaves, especially cacahuate leaves, fruits and vegetable peels, except citrus. No? So kung may mga oranges kayo, wag nyo nalang gamitin yun for this type of composting, because citrus have lots of acids which might not be good for your compost. And what you should not put in your compost for this type: fish, meat, bones, dairy, diseased plants, and poop from people and pets, kasi ayaw natin na medyo maamoy, no? Baka mamaya paalisin kayo ng mga kapitbahay nyo. So that type of compost, you have to, okay, you can put them directly on the ground, but if you have containers, also good to use. But if you put them directly on the ground, please cover them. Yung kami po ang ginagawa namin sa farm, we cover them with sack, no, para kung katulad dito umuulan, hindi sila masyadong mababasa. Mababasa pa rin sila, pero hindi naman po basang-basa. Okay? And then every 3 days, you have to mix them. And you will feel na mainit po siya. Usually after 21 days, hindi na yan mainit, and magmumukha na siyang lupa talaga, ready for use na siya. Okay? And another type, which is I advise if you are living in condominiums or in homes in the city, is Bokashi. So a lot of natural farmers or natural agriculture store is selling Bokashi. Dito po sa type of composting na to, napakadali po. This is again a Japanese technology. All of your leftover foods, I hope you don't have leftover foods, but if you have leftover foods, you can put it there. No? So pwede dyan fish, meat, bones, dairy, and then you just sprinkle the bokashi. So bokashi, para po siyang in Filipino darak, but there are other ingredients there, which but anyway, it's readily available, no? Kasi mahirap po siyang gawin, no? So it's readily available. So pati yung bean readily available. Then when after mga 3 weeks, it will create compost tea. So the tea that will come from this bokashi, you can spray on your plants. And then yung mga fiber part niya, you can put them on the soil. Okay. That's composting for you. This is very basic. You really have to do this if you want to have a healthy living soil. Okay, so I have some practical tips for all of you. The timing of the watering of plants. Huwag naman yung kung kailan nyo lang maisipan, no? You really have to be, to discipline yourself when you want to water your plants. So every morning from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. In the afternoon from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Why this time? Because these are the time na medyo vulnerable ang mga halaman na tumanggap ng pagmamahal sa inyo. No? So please shower them with all the love and attention that you can give. And then again, rice water. For all of you eating rice, please don't throw your rice water, recycle them, and your plants will be very happy to accept them. And for transplanting, again, I mentioned earlier that plants are like humans. So kung tayo na-stress din sila. So you want to prevent your plants from getting stressed. And how do you do this? So avoid stress by doing your transplanting in the morning and not too often. So kami, from the seedling tray, we directly plant them kung saan sila talagang lalaki na and ready for harvest. Hindi po yung palipat-lipat. Kasi pag galaw ng galaw yung mga halaman, nai-stress sila. Okay, next. So, we're done with the growing food basics. Again, if you have questions, please type it in the chat box and we'll answer them later in the Q&A portion. But for now, I'll share some business tips. So, later on, dadami yung mga pananim nyo, no? And you might not be able to consume them all. And it's good for you to earn from your hobby para din masustain nyo yung inyong mga ginagastos for growing your own food. Although, kung nakita nyo naman, mostly organic materials, wala talagang masyadong investment. But if you'd like to make a business out of it, these are some business tips based from our own experience. Networking is very important. And in the agriculture sector, and also within the Plantitos and Plantitas community, networking is very important. It's a non-competitive industry. This is what I like in this community, non-competitive. We love to learn. We love to share with others who have the same interest. And if you want to sell your produce and your plants, I encourage you to start within your community. Mga kapitbahay mo, within your village, no? You create a Viber or private FB group, i-post mo doon whatever you have, no? And most of them, the friends, they will buy from you. And maximize social media. So now a lot of people who are in isolation are in social media. And when you post, you share stories. Kasi some people, they don't know the benefits, especially yung mga hindi masyadong hilig sa vegetables. Pero when they learn about the benefits of the plants or your produce, then they're likely to buy. So for example, yung mga kamatis, talong, kung meron kayong kakaibang recipe, then share it. No? And then what this produce can give to them. And it can make them healthy, of course. Next. Yan. Okay, pricing. How to price your produce if you are going to sell organic or natural vegetables and fruits. All natural or organically grown produce are usually priced 30% higher. So it's not so much that you want to put a high markup. The only reason why it's usually priced 30% higher is because of the amount of time and effort that natural farmers put into growing this food. Medyo mahirap po siya kasi kung lagyan mo yan ng commercial fertilizer, mabilis siyang tumubo. But if you want, for example, lettuce, it takes 45 days for us to be able to grow a lettuce in our farm. No? And it takes a lot of time. And every day you have to water, every day you have to do all of these things. So we also have to practice faith. So that's the only reason. And when people say that it's expensive, you have to focus on value rather than the price. If you say that if you eat our vegetables and fruits, then it's likely that you will be healthier because you don't have pesticide, you don't use chemicals. And a lot of people are now into eating well because we want to stay healthy. So this is the time for you to start your natural planting or farming. And partnership is very important. You know? When we were starting, until now, we partner with a community of natural farmers and sellers. You know? And they really are into looking for natural produce to be able to sell to their customers. And it came to a point that our demand is higher than our supply. So what do? We have to partner with other farmers. So our neighboring farms, we teach them how to grow their own food. And when they learn how to grow their own food, then we buy from them. Okay? So we are able to help small-scale farmers too. And for the supply chain, the shorter the better. It's best to deliver direct to customers or to businesses who have wider reach because our plants and vegetables are perishable. Okay. So I think that's the end of my presentation. No, last two. A customer needs. So you have to plant items that your customer wants. No? And you have to manage expectations because this is perishable. We are bound by laws of nature. So you cannot say that you will deliver at this time. You have to have plus and minuses. So when you're able to deliver to your customer, do not overcommit and undercommit. So that's the end of my presentation. Thank you everyone for listening. And if you have more questions, please go to our FB page, Lorenzo Sanctuary, or IG at Lorenzo Sanctuary. And of course, please like Forest Lake's FB page so you can learn for more updates on how they do creating better days for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. That was Olive Medina from Lorenzo Sanctuary. If you have questions for her, type them in the chat box right now, and we will have a Q&A with her and our next speaker after the next speaker presents. Thank you, Olive. Super
Thank you,
informative. But before I introduce our next speaker, how about we hear from our participants again? Please, everybody, poll time. Answer this poll. Sagutin po niyo itong poll question namin. Bakit po kayo nandito? Why did you attend today's webinar? Select one and submit. Gusto niyo po bang matutong mag-grow ng sarili niyong pagkain? Or start your own business? Ano po ba yung gusto niyo? Diba? So everyone, please click on one. Is it one or the other or both? Pwedeng both. May isa pa kaming katanungan. What health tips and advice would you like to ask the Department of Health about? Diet and exercise? Mental health? Sexual reproductive health? Substance abuse tulad ng smoking, vaping, or even drinking? Or pwede rin namang injury prevention? So yan po. Please do answer our quick poll questions. Thank you very, very much. We're going to find out the answers in a very short while. First poll muna tayo. Okay. So, why did you attend today's webinar? Please do click and submit. Did you just want to grow your own food for personal consumption or dahil gusto nyo mag-business? Or baka naman both. You never know, di ba? Don't say no to opportunities. Last 10 seconds. We have 10 more seconds para po kayo ay makasagot sa aming poll. May isa pa tayong poll question after this. So sana po na-submit nyo na ang inyong mga kasagutan. Let's find out the answers. Yes, how to learn for your own. It's actually more for your own. Ayan po, talagang part na kayo ng solution. Be the solution. How to grow your own food for personal consumption. Bawas gastos, di ba? Tapos yung iba, both. The next highest, 40% said both. So that why not? Why will you say no to something that can generate a side income? O may isa pa kaming katanungan. Ito naman sa Department of Health. What health tips and advice do you want to ask from the Department of Health about? After all, after hearing from Doc Beverly Ho, kita nga naman natin ang napakagandang partnership nila with Forest Lake Memorial Park. So gusto niyo po bang diet and exercise? Mental health? Sexual reproductive health? Substance abuse tungkol sa smoking, vaping, or drinking? Or injury prevention? Sige po, again, we have 30 seconds for you to answer this poll. In fact, yung mga katanungan nyo, by the way, kanina kay Doc Beverly Ho, wag po kayong mag-alala. Ifo-forward po namin ang inyong mga katanungan sa Department of Health and they will email you the answers. Yan po ang kagandahan dito pag webinars po ang nangyayari. Kitang-kita namin sino ho ba yung mga nakaregister, how to get in touch with you, para everybody feels like you really were participative at interactive po ang ating mga webinars ngayon. So yes, if you have questions for the Department of Health na hindi nasagot kanina, kasi isa lang yung katanungan na nabigay ko kay Doc Beverly Ho, the Department of Health will answer your questions via email. Thank you for your questions. Last 10 seconds, everybody. Malalaman na natin ang results nitong second poll question. Ano kaya mga health tips and advice ang gusto nyong itanong sa Department of Health? Ang answer, diet and exercise. Ayan, sige. Lahat nga tayo conscious. 56% ang nagsabing diet and exercise. Maraming conscious about how to be better when it comes to being healthy. Ayan po. Tapos syempre, mental health din, napaka-importante. 32%. We will forward this to our contacts to the Department of Health, at the Department of Health, so that who knows, it might be the topic of our next webinar. Again, mga katanungan po for Olive Medina, start sending them in the chat box because we will have Q&A after this next speaker. And don't forget, stay till the end because we are giving away 5 gift packs from Sakaya with products that are still not in the market. And mamimigay po si Olive Medina or Lorenzo Sanctuary ng 10 Grow Your Own Salad Kits. And don't forget, if you're already enjoying our webinar, please post naman some photos or videos in your Facebook pages or Instagram. Huwag po kalimutan itag ang Forest Lake Memorial Parks at ang ating tatlong hashtag. Okay? Creating Better Days, Forest Lakes PH, and the Plantita Project. Ayan po. Don't forget din, meron tayong bagong Facebook group, the Creating Better Days Facebook community group. Please sign up for that para parati kayong updated. Let's jump in now with our second speaker. She is a licensed nutritionist dietitian, and she began her career in clinical nutrition and weight management sa Tertiary Hospital in Manila, Philippines. Her clinical practice allows her to give counseling, plan modified diets to patients with diabetes, cancer, heart disease, at weight management goals, as well as those seeking to enhance their well-being. She regularly conducts private and group nutrition, cooking, and wellness workshops din po. And because of her passion and curiosity for food, she attends international culinary trainings to learn more about different cuisines, ranging from vegan, raw food, to even gourmet. So, time to listen and learn from Samantha Morales. Hey, Sam!
Hey! Hi, Issa! Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Okay, so I'm very thankful for Forest Lake for inviting me to do this webinar, and I'm very excited to share with you guys 5 nutrition tips to prevent and manage lifestyle diseases. Ready na po ba kayong lahat? Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so I'll take you back 20 to 30 years ago. And naalala ko nung bata ako, no, every weekend, my dad would treat us to the fast food joint na sikat, okay? Ang cheeseburger noon, maliit lang, ganyan lang siya. Tapos, as time went by, pataasan na po ng cheeseburgers ngayon. Triple cheeseburger, okay? Next. I remember sa panaderia or sa bakery, maliliit lang yung cupcake or muffin. Ngayon naman, pabonggahan, palakihan. Minsan nga, kakaiba na yung mga flavors. Meron ng bacon flavor muffin eh. Next. Okay, na-experience ko to, maglaro. After school, I would go outside, play with my playmates. Na-experience ko maglaro ng mga tumbang preso, tago-taguan sa kalsada. But ngayon, of course, kids, they spend more time with their mobile devices. But of course, because it's pandemic, they cannot really go out and play. But napansin ko, as through years went by, mas nagsistick sila to tablets, to laptops, etc. Now, what are lifestyle diseases? So itong mga lifestyle diseases na to, these are diabetes, hypertension, stroke, cancer, respiratory diseases. So most of Filipinos, nagkakaroon po nito. Kahit isa or dalawa, they're suffering from these non-communicable disease or lifestyle-related disease. Bakit nga ba? So ang probable causes nito ay smoking, mahilig mag-yosi, excessive alcohol drinking, tuwing sweldo, iinuman sila, or kaya every dinner time, they always have wine, for example. Improper food choices. So ito yung mga hindi nila alam. They're not well educated in terms of ano ba ang healthy na pagkain. And last but not the least, okay, siguro some of us are guilty, sedentary lifestyle. Bakit ako mag-exercise? Pagod na ako sa work eh. Diba? Okay, next. Ito ang aking tip ngayon. Number 1, guys, eat real food. Eat food closest to its original state. So I'll give you an example. On your left, crackers. On your right would be rice. So that's black or brown rice. Between the two, which is better? I'd rather go for rice because rice is real. Ginawa yan ng Diyos na bigas, na grain, okay? Ang crackers nyo ho, usually you get it from the supermarket. You just buy it na nakapakete, okay? Not unless you made it at home from scratch from real ingredients. Why not? But if you're always, buying from the grocery aisle, it's all processed food, I don't think that's healthy for you. So kung kayo ay nagdidieta, gusto magbawas ng timbang halimbawa, o mataas ang blood sugar halimbawa, it's better for me to say that I'd rather give you rice instead eating processed food like crackers or biscuits, etc. And then there's also a comparison between a whole fruit and fruit juice. I'd rather give you whole fruit juices ho. Not only because of the nutrients present, but also because of the fiber. And most of the processed juices, no, you just be careful. Most of them, they have added sugars, preservatives, even colorings, and other sweeteners. Okay, next. Okay, number 2 tip, choose your carbs wisely. So on your left, kamote, may saging, okay, it can be saba, for example, and then you have black rice versus the ones on your right, obviously you have white rice, you have white or refined flour, and also pastries. So, ano ang mas masarap dito? So, some of you would say, oh, mas masarap yung nasa right, of course. Okay, so mas mainam pong kumain yung mga nasa left. But then again, okay, you gotta make sure that you're properly guided in terms of the quantity. Kasi yung iba sinasabi, healthy naman pala ang saging, sige kakain ako isang kilo ng saging sa isang upuan. You be careful, it's because of the sugar content of fruits as well. Kaya nga, mas maganda ho if you consult a dietitian to make sure that your diet is well planned. Okay? Next. Okay. Pag kayo po ay mahilig sa matatamis, o kaya yung mga sugary processed food, ang hindi po kasi magandang nangyayari sa katawan nyo, hindi po yan na may metabolize. Matalino ang katawan natin eh. Anything in excess, hindi niya yan gagamitin. So, ang nangyayari, sinustore niya yan as your excess fat. So, this is your belly fat. So, mamaya ho, tignan niyo po ang inyong mga tiyan. Okay, tignan natin kung kailangan ho ba natin magbawas. So, bakit ho delikado if you have too much belly fat? Because most of your organs, gallbladder, intestines, your stomach, for example, pancreas, they're all located in here. Okay? So, imagine if it's being enveloped with too much fat, it won't function well. Okay? Next. So mamayang gabi or tomorrow, you might want to look at yourself in the mirror. Which shape am I? Ako ba ay apple shape or ako ba ay pear shape? So since most of us are Pinoys, no, for Asian category, for men it's 35 inches. Okay, if you're a lady, if you're a woman, it's 31 inches. So how will you know? You just get a tape measure. You measure it 1 inch above your navel. That is your waistline. So again, this is just more of it's not more of a diagnostic tool. It's more of just to screen you if you are at risk of having diseases. Okay. Next. Okay, number 3 tip. Eat good fat and oil. So sabi nila, pag nagdidieta, ay, kailangan naka-low fat diet ako. So totally wala silang mantika. Ina-avoid nila yung mga foods on the screen. No? So you have almonds, you have olive oil, walnuts, sardinas, tawilis, chia seeds, avocado, coconut oil. These are your good fats and oils. Please don't be scared of eating them, of incorporating them into your diet. Why? Because lalo na if you're taking vitamin D supplements, say for example, they're not absorbed in your body if you do not have fats and oils in your diet. Kaya nga ho, yung iba, they feel anxious, they have, for example, mental instability, for example, Alzheimer's, dementia. So, ang isa sa mga solution for that is to feed them with good fats and oils. Okay? Next. Number 4, okay, and na-mention po ito ni Doc Beverly a while ago. You gotta exercise. You gotta move. Your body is designed to move. God made us to move. So, but of course, you gotta listen to your body, no? I'm not saying that you have to go to the gym right now, magbuhat na ho kayo. No, listen to your body. If you're a beginner, you might as well engage in light walking muna. If you can, if you have a treadmill, for example, or if you don't have an equipment at home, you can follow YouTube videos na pwede nyo gawin, like Zumba, for example. Or kung ayaw mo nun, gusto mo busy ka sa household chores, then fine, you can do household chores muna, no? Again, exercise, it helps reduce risk of cancer. This is based on studies. Diabetes, it increases your immune system. and optimizes your hormone level. So it doesn't have to be a 1 hour exercise. Kahit 20 minutes lang of walking, for example, that would be good already. Okay? Next, last but not the least, this is my favorite, manage your stress. So this is very timely, lalo na it's Mental Awareness Month today, this October. How do you manage your stress? For some people, they find comfort in food. But then again, yung ibang food choices, hindi maganda, no? So kaya I advise, especially to my clients, to my patients, no, try to practice meditation. When you say meditation, it's not something that, Buddhist monks do. It's more of being present in the moment, being able to breathe properly. So breath work kasama ho dyan. Pag sinabi ko, kailangan huminga ka. Yung iba natatawa, sinasabi sa akin, marunong ako huminga, kaya ako buhay ngayon. But for some people, they don't know how to breathe properly. No? Yung iba, shallow breathing. When you breathe, you try to breathe in. Breathe in through your nose, and then you pause, and then you exhale through your mouth. No? Try to exhale all the air inside your lungs, and then you do it again. No? For how many, maybe 10 reps, if you can. So that's more of an intro about breath work. Okay, practice positive thinking, lalong-lalo na ngayon, it's pandemic. I've encountered so many people, even friends, who suffer mentally and emotionally because of what's happening right now. But you know what? You gotta stay strong spiritually this time. You have to look at the brighter side. Constantly develop feelings of joy and gratitude. Despite, for example, for some people, they lost their jobs, their businesses maybe, or their material possessions maybe. Still try to practice gratitude. So it's more of, maybe tonight, if you can list down 5 things, at least 5 things that you were thankful for today, just to develop that positive feeling inside of you. Okay? Next. Okay, so let me just quote Dr. Hiromi Shinya. He's a Japanese doctor, no? He said that a poor diet, it produces large amount of free radicals in the body. So ito yung nagkakos ng cancer and other diseases. So do negative feelings like hatred, resentment, and jealousy. If you feed your mind, okay, with anger, stress, and fear, you are making yourself sick. To live a healthy life, constantly develop feelings of love and gratitude. Remember that, guys, okay? So, to end this, ito lang naman ang bottom line dyan. Number one, try to eat real food, just like what your grandmother, great-grandfather ate before years ago, more on real, natural, unprocessed food. Okay? Number two, eat good fats and oils. Number three, choose your carbs wisely. So I'm not saying that you avoid carbohydrates. No, because your body needs it. It's a macronutrient to be able for your body to function well. It's more of the quality, okay? And of course, the quantity. Number four, try to engage in movement. Please avoid sitting down or lying down the whole day, lalo na if rest day nyo or day off nyo. As much as possible, gumalaw ho tayo. And number five, last but not the least, manage your stress. So remember, your mind, your body, and even your spirit, they're all connected. Okay? So if you have questions or should you be interested, let us connect. I have Instagram. It's at Dietitian Samantha. So I'll see you there. Follow me. And then if you have questions, just send me a DM. Okay? So Issa, hello Issa. I'll be showing you guys the second part.
Yeah, it's the demo time. So
yes, okay.
Exciting.
Exciting. So I'm going to show you 2 recipes today. They're both immune boosting. So help me. So Issa, I have a question. Like, how do you end your day? Like at night, would you like to end it with a hot cup of coffee? For some people, they do. Or would you like to end it with a hot cup of tea, chamomile tea, maybe?
Actually, if not tea, I'm a salabat drinker. I love ginger. And not the
Good.
powder, ha? Talagang I boil ginger and then I put a
So
little
that's
honey.
fresh.
Yeah. So if
Good.
not
So,
that, it's just a glass of water.
okay,
Personally.
good.
Yeah.
That's good because the next recipe, I'm so sure you will be tempted to try this tonight if you have the ingredients. Okay. It's what we call golden milk. So this is applicable to those who are lactose intolerant. So kunyari, hindi nyo kaya yung dairy, yung cow's milk, no? Nagkakaroon kayo ng LBM, you can try this at home. And also for vegans, you can try this because we're using all plants. Okay? So very easy. I have here coconut milk. So this is fresh gata. Yung iba tinatanong ako, saan binibili yan? Well, if you want the fresh, the unadulterated kind, you can get it from the palengke. Okay?
Exactly.
So, walang,
Marketplace, yeah, market.
yes, palengke. Kung wala namang access to palengke, then you can get the one in can. But, you be careful. You always read the ingredients list because most of the ones in the market, they have so much additives, preservatives, etc. Because remember, coconut milk is madaling mapanis. Okay?
Yeah.
So if you can get fresh, that's way better.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I also have turmeric. So ito yung, okay, can you guys see it? Okay, ito yung luyang dilaw. Okay, so pag meron kayong powder, pwede rin gumamit about 1 to 2 tablespoons of that. Okay, and then I also have fresh ginger. So ito yung ginagamit mo for your salabat tea.
Yes.
Okay, white ginger. It's already peeled, sinlice ko na ho. So all I have to do, I have my pot here. Iinitin lang ho natin siya. All the ingredients sa pot. So hindi nyo po siya iboboil. Gently heat it. So I'm gonna add the coconut milk. Okay, and then turmeric. Guys, don't worry. We will be sending you through email, right? The recipes, the copies of the recipes for today para you don't need to write it down, okay? So just enjoy the show. All right, so I'm gonna use a whisk. I-whisk ko siya. Mahalo lang, no? Gently heat it through. So, there you go.
Again, wag pakuluin, guys. So, low heat lang. Lahat,
Low
the point
heat
is
lang.
initin lang. Initin. Wag pakuluin.
Yes. So the reason why I love turmeric or luyang dilaw is because it has a bioactive compound called curcumin, no? So base sa mga studies, it has 150, ganun kadami, potential healing benefits. So they said that it's anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial. So that's why it's a superfood, considered a superfood. But just beware, guys.
Tree of life
Sorry?
ang coconut. Tree of life ang
Yes,
coconut.
yes, because everything you can use it from the husk, the shell, the meat, the juice, etc. Okay. Just a tip lang, guys. No, if you're suffering from diabetes, you're taking any prescribed medications, you gotta talk to a dietitian or to your doctor regarding the use of turmeric. Why? Because it effectively lowers inflammation inside your body, and it lowers blood sugar as well. So that's why you gotta seek a professional, a medical advice from a professional, no? So anyway,
turmeric is good for you. Turmeric is good for you kung may diabetes po kayo. Pero
yeah,
best
but
to
be careful.
Talk to a doctor or a nutritionist nga.
Yeah, because there are certain drugs, no, may interaction ho yan. So you have to seek advice muna, okay? So now,
sorry, if yung turmeric fresh din po, do we peel it like the ginger?
Yes.
Tatanong si Gestrel Jane de Goma.
Hi, Gestrel. I know you. Gestrel, yes. Better to peel it,
fresh.
Okay?
Okay.
If you don't have fresh turmeric, then you can use powder. Okay? But me kasi, I have a lot of fresh turmeric. May tanim ako. So ayan. By the way, why coconut milk? It's because of the lauric acid. Okay? Because some of you might ask, can I use other milk other than coconut milk? I'd rather use coconut milk. Why? It's because of the lauric acid. It boosts your immune system. And base sa studies recently, it destroys lipid-coated viruses. Okay? Because of the lauric acid. FYI. Alright. Okay. So, tapos na. I don't know if you can see, but it's somehow yellow. Okay? If you want it more pop of yellow, then add more turmeric. Okay? So, I have my glass here. Okay. Wait lang. Just strain it, no? You use a strainer. Hold
Para
on.
smooth, pag inumin nyo na, para smooth na siya, diba?
Yes. And if you have problems in terms of sleeping, for example, this is a good way to feel sleepy. Itong coconut golden milk na to. Okay. Anyways, okay. So I've already drained it. As you can see, medyo natapan lang ng konti. Guys, forgive me, but here you go. It doesn't
So
take...
just a cup? Yeah, just a cup? Doesn't have to be a full glass? Just,
okay, so for some people, it has to be really quantified. Depende if they have other medical issues, no? But for generally, you can have a cup of it, okay? Given the fact that you don't have any medical issues. So ayun, okay? So that's the first recipe, immune boosting recipe that I showed you. Yes. Okay. So next naman, I understand most of us were working from home. May mga anak tayo, or for example, wala pang kasambahay to cook for us. So most of us, we rely dun sa mga leftover natin, right?
Yes.
So ang gagawin ko ngayon, I'm gonna show you the next recipe. I'm gonna use brown rice, and this is what I call brown rice medley. So it's up to you if you want to use black rice, adlay, for example, or quinoa. Adlay is another grain. It's mostly grown in Visayas and Mindanao, but meron din here in Luzon. So FYI lang, guys. It's diabetic friendly as well because it has low glycemic index. So it won't shoot up your sugar in an instant. So anyways, I'm using brown rice now. Just a tip, when you prepare your brown rice, you have to soak it in water at least an hour. So in my case, I soak it overnight. So kagabi, I soak it and then I cooked it this afternoon right before the event. Why? Because it makes the digestion easier. So it lessens the bloatedness, right? And para mas masarap in terms of texture and consistency. Kasi yung iba, ayaw kumain ng brown rice or ng black rice kasi ang tigas-tigas daw. Hindi masarap. Yeah. But no, there's a proper way how to prepare it, okay? So I have brown rice. I'll turn on my stove. Okay, wait, hold on.
Again, this is brown rice medley. Brown rice medley.
Yes. So, pag meron kayong mga tirang rice, for example, parang yung siyang sinangag, okay, but we are using healthy ingredients. So, I'm gonna heat the pan. I'm using virgin coconut oil. So, this is one type of good fat for oil. So, I hope we support Filipino farmers. This coconut oil is from Quezon, but you can get it from different parts of the Philippines. So, it's also available in the market. You just have to look virgin coconut oil. So, it's good for cooking, okay? It's stable at high heat, and you can even use it for baking. Okay, so I'm just heating the oil in the pan. So the next would be garlic. So garlic is anti-inflammatory. I love garlic, so I'm adding this is about 3 cloves of garlic.
And the flavor of garlic is,
Oh, yes, the aroma is, wow. Okay, for some people they don't like it, but me, oh my gosh, I love garlic.
I love it.
Okay,
there. So, Sam, yung garlic. Sam, when is the best time to drink the coconut milk, turmeric, ginger mix, yung golden milk? Sabi ni Diana Marie Pablo. If I remember right, sabi ni Sam, best sa gabi. So it can help you sleep. Pwede din ba sa umaga?
Yeah, why not? I mean, doesn't matter. But for you, for example, you want to relax, you want to end your day, na gusto mo nang makatulog, that's a good, that's one of the good solutions for it, okay? So anyway, I added kalabasa, squash. So kung mapapansin nyo, everything that I'm using right now, it's all locally available. Nothing imported, okay? So if you start to build your own vegetable garden, then I don't think there's a need pa for you to go to the supermarket or buy commercially. That's the beauty of gardening at home. Okay,
So,
so I added, yeah.
Virgin coconut oil, garlic, at kalabasa. That's so far,
Yes.
yung pa lang. Oo.
Yes. Okay. So huwag kayong ma-overwhelm because I'm using different ingredients. But, you can play with this recipe. Kung ayaw mo lagyan ng kalabasa, gusto mo, halimbawa, pechay, kangkong, for example, go ahead. You're free to do so. Okay? So I'm just giving you ideas right now. I already added the kalabasa. So somehow, medyo naluluto na siya. I don't know if you can see the smoke. Okay? Lumalambot na siya. So ngayon, ilalagay ko na yung brown rice ko. This is
Hindi
1 cup.
Black rice pwede, adlay, kung ano man yung starch na kinakain niyo sa bahay. At huwag kayong ma-turn off na sa mga darker colors ng mga rice. Red rice included. Basta po, i-prep nyo ng tama. I-soak ng 1 oras or if not overnight. Para lumambot.
Yes, at least 1 hour. Yeah. And then, you might be wondering, okay, ano ang the best na rice? Kasi iba-ibang kulay yan eh. Ganito na lang po. The darker the color, the better. So in this case, it is black rice, no? But then again, if walang access to black rice or what we call the forbidden rice, then you can use other colors. Basta ho, mas maganda yung may kulay kaysa white rice. Bakit? It's because of the antioxidant activity level. Okay? So remember that. So lalo na if you have heart disease, diabetes, mataas ang blood sugar, halimbawa, ayun, you need more anti-inflammatory food. So the one that I added is Baguio beans. Okay?
Uy, full meal na yan, ha? May kanin na.
Actually,
may, diba?
may
squash. Baguio beans. Protein din yan. Okay.
Yes. So nalagay ko na yung Baguio beans. Actually, you can even put ampalaya kung gusto mo. To train your kids how to eat ampalaya, you just do this para somehow di nila nakikita.
Just cut it up.
Yes. Just mince it super liit. Okay? I added sayote, by the way. Hindi lang siya pang tinola. Pwede rin siya for something like this. Okay? And I also added carrots para colorful. So, our medley, it's colorful. All right. And then, okay. So, I'm gonna add my protein. So, yung protein na i-add ko, leftover ko to na isda. Okay? Kung meron kayong leftover na isda last night, halimbawa galunggong, okay? Or any fried fish, for example, himayin nyo lang, tanggalin nyo lang yung buto, and then you add it. Pwede bang manok? Yes. Pwede bang giniling? Halimbawa, ground chicken, for example. Yes, you may do so. Or, pwede bang
beef? Up to you.
Yeah. Or yung iba, they ask me, how about sardinas? Can I put sardinas instead? Yeah, you just have to flake it, no? Just to add protein. So if you're vegan, obviously vegan, they don't eat animal sources, then you can skip on that. Yes. So yung iba, they try to put na lang, for example, beans, okay? Or kaya tokwa or tofu, okay? So the last that I'm gonna add, last 2. So I added leeks, or kaya if you have onion or garlic chives, you can do so. This is for added flavor and aroma. And then, and then here, moringa or malunggay. So malunggay is a superfood. Grabe, sobrang mataas sa vitamin C, folate. It's also a good source of protein. So if you're doing plant-based diet, then this is a good choice for you. Moringa. Madali lang ho itanim ang moringa. So just in case na gusto nyong mag-start ng edible garden, magtanim na ho kayo ng malanggay para di na kayo hihingi sa kapitbahay.
And of course, last is the season, no? Sorry, Sam, just to we're being cute to wrap up quickly. But definitely, this is like a fried rice recipe. Pero in this ham or pork and all that, yung mga linalagay, hinahalo nyo sa rice ninyo or sa starch is mga healthy, mga gulay, di ba?
Gulay. It's more of gulay. Okay, so I just seasoned it with salt and pepper, and then that's it. Okay,
wonderful.
So we're done. It's
That's your brown rice.
Yes.
Sam, sorry, here's a question. again, to everybody, huwag kayong magpanic. You don't need to make notes because we will email you the recipes that we are featuring here in our webinar today. I-email namin sa inyo yan. There's a question here from Margie Pira. Is it okay to take this recipe for lactating mothers? Not just this, but even the golden milk. I think yes. Dahil sa malunggay.
Yes. So correct. So it's good for lactating mothers, not unless you have other diseases. Okay, that's why it's best to consult a dietitian. Okay, but I heard that we're gonna give away 10 one-on-one consultation. Yes, the first. Ayan na, guys. So how will they win that, Issa?
So actually, we're going to announce later that the calendar is open. Since Sam is, of course, a licensed nutritionist dietitian, she's giving away 10 free slots, one-on-one nutrition consultation. Sign up tayo. We will give you the queue later. In the meantime, Sam, sige, I'll give you time to wrap up and clean up there because it's time for your Q&A. We'll bring back Sam in a very short while. For now, poll question ulit. Bye, Sam. Thank you so much. We'll see you in a bit. Pero for now, quick poll question ulit bago ng Q&A natin, everybody. I hope you're ready to answer. Anong webinar topics ang gusto nyong i-feature namin next time? What webinar topics will you be interested in to attend next time? How to invest? How to help your child adjust and overcome or deal with online distance learning challenges? How to restart your fitness and exercise routine? Kasi kanina yung poll natin, lahat kayo interested sa fitness and exercise. How to safely plan family gatherings? After all, magki-Christmas na. How to create meaningful experiences during family occasions done through online platforms. Yung mga hindi pwede magsama-sama. What are your answers, guys? Just pick one and then please click submit. I have a lot of questions na in our chat. So I will be asking that to both Samantha and Olive after our poll. So thank you very, very much. Stick around, guys. Ang daming pamimigay. 5 Sakaya gift packs. Our 10 salad startup kits from Olive. And our 10 one-on-one consultations with Sam. So ngayon, tignan nga natin, 30 seconds pa to close the poll. What webinar topics will you be interested in for the next one? Kasi series to. Para we know what is relevant to you. Ano yung gusto nyong pag-usapan natin? Para we will give you what you want. Diba? Because it's what helps creating better days. So thanks, everybody. Looking forward to your responses. Last 10 seconds. Here we go. How to start. See, sabi ko na nga ba. How to start your fitness and exercise routine. Because kanina, it was also the highest, diba, in our poll. So 31% said how to restart your fitness and exercise routine. 24% is asking how to invest. Yes, hard times, lalo na last quarter na ng 2020. These are well noted. Thank you very much. Again, our organizers will take note. I have another poll question. Everybody please answer. Aside from food business, ano pang mga earning opportunities ang gusto nyong malaman? What earning opportunities are you interested to learn more about? Diba? Ayod lang. Maybe side hustle or side business. Arts and crafts, real estate, insurance, coaching and mentoring. Aba, service ko po yan. Coaching and mentoring. Or buy and sell. Please pick one and submit. We have 30 seconds for you to let us know ano yung mga earning opportunities na gusto nyong malaman para magawa natin lahat after the next webinar series, di ba? 30 seconds. It's time for our Q&A after this second poll, okay? So there's a couple more seconds for you. Please stay until the end so that we can find out if you are the winner of the 5 gift packs from Sakaya, our 10 grow your own salad startup kits from Lorenzo Sanctuary, and how you can sign up for the 10 free one-on-one nutrition consultation with Samantha. Okay, let's check out the poll answers. Arts and crafts! Ayan, lalo nga, dahil mag-Christmas na. You might make it your gift, di ba? Arts and crafts, 33%. Next is coaching and mentoring and buy and sell. 25% buy and sell, coaching and mentoring is 21%. Those are the top three: arts and crafts, buy and sell, and coaching and mentoring. Thank you for your answers, everybody. Let's bring back now our wonderful speakers for this afternoon. Let's not forget, gift packs from Sakaya, 10 grow your own salad kits, and one-on-one nutrition consultations are going to be given away. Pero chikahan muna tayo with our... There you go. Hi, Sam. Welcome back. Welcome back, Olive. Dumidilim na yan sa inyo.
Oo nga. Dilim na.
Diba? Oh, Olive, there were a couple of questions for you. Here you go. Do you really have to start from a seedling tray and then transplant? Or can you plant the seeds directly dun sa permanent location? Yung pot plant. Kasi from Anna Loxin. Hi, Anna. How are you? So, Anna's asking, kasi sabi mo, don't transplant. Nasistress sila eh. So, what's your tip? What's your advice, Olive?
Kasi usually we don't, depending on the kind of soil you have, if you're confident that your soil is a healthy living soil, they have a lot of effective microorganisms, you put a lot of compost, then you can plant directly. But again, seeds are very sensitive, so you don't like to expose them to harsh sunlight at the start. Para mga babies din, di ba? So kailangan
parang nursery. Kaya seedling tray muna. Yun yung
seedling
nursery
tray muna.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So, sana dalawang lipat lang. Seedling tray muna, tapos kung malaki-laki na, dun mo ilagay sa permanent spot.
Yes, that's right.
Ayan. Thank you. Okay, thanks, Anna, for the question. Olive, can you repeat though the ratio of EMAS? Ratio from Julie Antan.
So for every 1 liter of EMAS, you have 50 ml or 5% EM1, and then 50 ml of molasses, and then the rest is distilled water or rice water.
Ayun, thank you. How to treat aphids from Diego Cruz III.
Aphids. Yan yung mga insekto. Talagang pag tag-ulan, alabas yung mga aphids. So for the sa farm kasi we have neem tree, but if you are in the city, our suggestion is you use natural vinegar, coconut vinegar, and dishwashing soap. But we prefer natural. There's a lot of natural dishwashing soap, 1:1 ratio, and then you spray on the plants.
Ayun, spray. Okay, Sam naman tayo. Sam, how do you work on sedentary lifestyle if work requires a lot of sitting? Sabi ni Denise Montelibano. Ako actually, Denise, tumayo ka. Diba? No sense.
You know what? I think the simplest and the easiest way to remind yourself is to just alarm on your phone every 30 minutes that you really have to stand up, or else your posture will suffer, okay? Kaya yung iba nagkakaroon ng back pain, okay? So mag-alarm lang kayo. Kung hindi kaya ng cellphone, the traditional alarm clock, no? Because you have to be mindful lang din, okay?
Yes. With me, seriously, because even with hosting with webinars, sometimes I'm not seated. I just get a shelf. I put my laptop there, and then I get to move my feet. Diba? Just find a way to not be sedentary. Diba? So thank you very much for that. What's the best way to cook? Yun nga, it's this recipe for lactating mother. The 2 recipes you shared are good for lactating mothers.
You can.
Paano daw, Sam, kung weight gain ang goal? Sabi ni Valen Hakulina. What if weight gain? Okay ba yung...
Actually, what I just showed you, it's also applicable for somebody who wants to gain weight. It's because most of the ingredients that I use, they're nutritionally dense. So, konting subo lang, okay, just a small amount, for example, it gives you a lot of calories already, nutrients, etc. But then again, madaming factors ho para ma-manage ang weight nyo, okay? Whether you lose or whether you gain, there are several factors contributing factors here. That's why it's good that somebody has to plan your diet, okay?
And kaya nga mag-sign up kayo mamaya when we announce it. Sam, still with you. What's the best way to cook black rice or adlay? Do we soak it first also, as you recommended for the brown rice? Yes. I think you said
the same.
1 hour at least. If not, pwedeng overnight. Kung overnight, hindi kailangan i-ref. You can just keep it in the kitchen counter.
Oh, I prefer that you put it in the ref, not unless you trust the humidity and the temperature of your kitchen. Lalo na dito sa Pilipinas, medyo paiba-iba ho tayo ng temperature. So I just put it in the ref. Just put a cover on it.
Okay, para hindi bumaho, 'di ba? Tapos at para hindi masayang yung pinaghugasan ng kanin, Yan, balik tayo kay Olive. Yung pinanghugasan ng kanin, use that to water your plants. Tama, Olive?
Yes, para zero waste tayo. Yan.
Oo. By the way, don't panic everybody. Sorry lang, we are limited time. All the other questions na hindi namin natanong kay Olive at Samantha, we will send it to them and email you their answers. So I have a last question then for Olive. What if you don't have the luxury of a garden at home? Di ba? Actually, this was actually my question for you. What if wala akong plot ng land? Kunyari, nasa condo ako, studio type. So what plants can you suggest for a small space to plant and grow? Katanungan to ni Christina Tinsay.
So actually, what we suggest is lettuce because lettuce, they don't need direct sunlight, no? And actually, sa farm, kinukoveran pa namin sila. And herbs, these are easy to grow in small spaces. And you just plant them on pots, yung self-watering pots pa na tinuro namin, so you don't have to water them twice a day.
Okay, there you go. So again, thank you to Olive Medina and Samantha Morales.
Thank you. Thank you.
Quick Q&A. I was actually asking Sam some of the questions during her cooking segment. Pero guys, to all our webinar participants, do not panic. We will send your questions to our speakers and then email you the answers. Let's give them a virtual round of applause ulit. Olive Medina and Samantha Morales. Huwag muna kayo umalis. Tulungan nyo akong i-announce ang raffle prize winners natin ngayon. Pero bago yan, before we announce our winners, how about we hear some wonderful message, some wonderful words from Forest Lake's Managing Director for Operations, Sales, and Marketing. Here is Mr. Albi Jerez Burgos.
Good day to you all. We hope that you were able to take away valuable life lessons that will help you navigate confidently through life's twists and turns. We wish for you to feel empowered so you may move forward and flourish in this new world we're living in. Thank you for being here today and joining us as we continue our fight for a better place. Together, let us keep creating better days ahead. Stay healthy, stay safe, and well. Thank you.
Thank you as well. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Albi Jerez Burgos. Thank you very, very much. We appreciate your words, sir, and for being with us here in our webinar series as well. So everybody, it's time to announce the winners. Are you excited? Ayan po. So first, we will announce the 10 winners of the Grow Your Own Salad Startup Kits. And we want to say thank you again to Olive Medina. Olive, come back. Samahan mo ko. Let's say, ang matatanggap natin ng ating mga winners ay pack potting mix, seedling tray, native pot, effective microorganism activated solution or EMAS, and seeds. Ayan, kale, lettuce, red, amaranth. So, ayan, salad. Grow your own salad. Diba? So, congratulations to... Again, post please. Kung kayo ang panalo, please do post about your experience here in the Plantita Project. And please don't forget to join our Creating Better Days Facebook group. So, congratulations. Ito na. Everybody, all eyes on the screen. Wow. Emily Medina. Please read the next one, Olive. Kaya ba?
Yes. Next one is Hazel Ruiz.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. La Arnie Moreno.
La Arnie, congrats.
Amor Catalasan.
Amor Catalasan. Congratulations, Amor.
Jeline Paga.
Jeline Paga.
Jane Kingso Cheng.
Oh, Jane. Hi, you're here. Congratulations, Jane.
Michelle Petalio.
Congratulations, Michelle.
Virginia
Thank you, Olive.
Yeah.
Virginia Diokno. Virginia Diokno. Congratulations. Last two.
Benny Gokon.
Benny Gokon. And the last winner of our Grow Your Own Salad Kit.
Wow, Francis Tejones. Yeah, I know
Kilala
her.
mo?
Yeah.
Ayan, congratulations, Francis.
Congratulations!
And Olive, again, invite naman sila. Invite them to go to Lorenzo Sanctuary. Safe kayo. Diba? You're doing protocols.
Yes, yes, and small groups, actually private groups. If you want to learn to grow your own food, please message us at our FB and IG page. So thank you again, Issa. Thank you, Forest Lakes.
Thank you, Olive. Pleasure chatting and learning from you. O ngayon naman, bye, Olive. From Olive, punta tayo kay Sam.
Bye.
Sam, bye. Sam, come back. O announce that the calendar is now open. So you can book one-on-one nutrition consultation with our nutritionist, Samantha. First 10 to book will avail of the free nutrition consultation. Sam, to manage expectations lang. Kasi kung overall, di ba, parang mabusisi yon. So what tips will you give them? How will it go?
So, to manage your expectations during the 60-minute private one-on-one consultation with me, I'll be doing dietary and lifestyle assessment on you. Okay, but for you to have a more comprehensive guide in terms of the diet, like ilang calories, ano ang other than that, no, maybe we can proceed to another program. So it's more of dietary, goal setting, and lifestyle assessment ang mangyayari during our 60-minute consultation. So you can ask me anything about nutrition and wellness, and maybe I can help you identify kung anong area we have to work on. Okay?
There you go. But at least it's 1 hour chika time, guys. So you learn a lot na. You can tell her about your lifestyle, what you usually eat, how you react to certain foods. 1 hour is a lot. So maximize it. Thank you again for this treat. Samantha Morales. Thanks, Sam. I'll also be trying that golden milk. I promise I'll do that tonight, actually.
Yay!
Bye.
Let me know. Bye.
Thanks, Samantha Morales. Okay, time for the winners of our Sakaya gift packs. First, couple of details about the brand. I've been honored to actually host their launches. Sakaya is a Filipino plant-based brand that believes in harnessing the healing benefits of nature and validating them through the exacting standards of science. Sakaya prescribes nature through products like Sakaya Botanic Infusions. It's a curated line of medicinal botanical infusions for specific health conditions. So, ano po ang matatanggap ng ating 5 winners? Each gift pack contains 2 new Sakaya products na wala pa sa market. Isa po ay isang bote ng Sakaya Organic Moringa Supplement, EU Certified Organic 500 mg Moringa Supplement, which Sakaya Organic Moringa, by the way, is locally known as malunggay. Nasa recipe to ni Sam, it's commonly used as an immunity-boosting superfood and even supplements to help increase breast milk supply pagdating sa mga nursing or breastfeeding moms. However, moringa leaves that are harvested from polluted sites baka may toxins at heavy metals. Kaya nga, at least with Sakaya Organic Moringa, it is the only 500 mg EU certified locally sourced organic moringa supplement dito po sa Pilipinas, manufactured and developed with pharma-grade standards para po ma-ensure ang safety at quality. So, it's currently available in Sakaya's Facebook page, 375 pesos per 30 bottles. At the other product that you will get is a tube of the Sakaya Botanicare Aloe Ferox Skin Repair Gel. It's a multi-purpose skin repair gel. So, of course, you want to take care of your skin, diba? You end up using too many chemicals. But with Sakaya Botanicare Skin Repair Gel, it's a multifunctional natural solution that can heal dry skin, stretch marks, and damage caused by sunburn or acne, kahit mga wound scars, yung mga peklat ba. So made with 99.9 aloe ferox gel from South Africa, it helps moisturize the skin without the greasy feeling. So for orders and inquiries, message Sakaya on Facebook or Instagram at SakayaPH. Call or text or Viber 0917-5-Sakaya. That's 0917-5-Sakaya. Okay, the winners of these 5 gift packs are Joey Pascual. Congratulations! Oh, I hope you like these products. Daisy Magno is another winner. Joey Pascual, Daisy Magno. Valerie Desamparado, Soraya Marandakan, and Jessica Calabio. Congratulations to the 5 winners of our Sakaya gift packs. And thank you very, very much to Sakaya for giving away these wonderful treats. I love the infusions. I'm also taking the raw active. So enjoy this one. I'm looking forward to discovering our Moringa line. So last, we invite everyone to please join our Facebook group, the Creating Better Days Community Facebook group. Let's keep getting updated with the latest from our Creating Better Days webinar series, okay? Here's the link. We're going to put it, by the way, we're going to show the link in the chat box. So all you have to do is click it to be in the group, and also click the calendar kanina for Samantha Morales' consultation calendar. Please stay tuned now as we watch this video made by Forest Lake. We'll be happy to see you in our next webinar. But for now, please watch this video, everybody. Thank you very, very much, everybody. And yes, thank you for joining us to Creating Better Days. So before we say goodbye, please, we are so enheartened and delighted that a lot of you are now signing up for the Facebook community group of Creating Better Days. Again, thank you to the Plantitas and Plantitos who joined us today. Don't forget to share our webinar because there will be replays not only in the Forest Lake Facebook page, but also in the Department of Health Facebook page and Manila Bulletin Facebook page. So just watch out for the schedule when we will air the replay of today's webinar. So you can keep sharing it away and let others learn even more from the wonderful tips that we shared today. So from Doc Beverly Ho to Olive Medina, to Samantha Morales, and everybody on board from the team of Forest Lake, we thank you for joining us. I'm Issa Litton. Enjoy the rest of your night and your weekend. And let's keep on creating better days.